Happy holidays to everybody and welcome to NorCal Slot Car Scene. Recently, Electric Dreams announced that they are going to be holding an Enduro for slotted Group C cars on December 11th. Enduros and Group C cars are two of my favorite forms of 1/32nd scale slot car racing. The highlight of my slot car racing career came in 2010 at a celebrity Enduro held at the Peterson Museum. I was teamed with other slot car racers, Tim Lang and Michael Smalley, along with the legendary Vic Elford. To top it off, we won the race. To prepare for this Enduro, I'm going to be using a previously built Toyota Group C car, as well as a brand new Slotit 956 Porsche. The rules package for this race is a bit different than what I'm used to in Northern California. Here, I've assembled the parts I'm going to be using in this build. It includes low-profile front tires, super grip rear tires, aluminum air wheels, a 27-tooth aluminum hub crown gear, a wood guide with competition braid, tungsten ballast, and slotting plush partial thread screws. Let's take a look at each of these parts individually, and I'll explain why I have made the changes. To start with, I'm using the low-profile front tires. The low-profile front tires will allow a little bit more adjustability in the front axle, and it will also allow the front axle to be a little bit lower to lower the center of gravity. In the rear, I'm using NSR 5206 Super Grip tires, which is the same tire I use in Northern California, but the rules for the Electric Dreams race allow air wheels to be used, so that's what the tires will be mounted on. I'm replacing the stock 28-tooth crown gear with an aluminum hub 25-tooth gear. The aluminum hub is half the weight of the brass hub, and in testing for another video, I picked up 1/10 of a second just by going to the aluminum hub. At my local tracks, a wood guide isn't absolutely necessary, but since the Electric Dreams track is more of a commercial track than a home-style track, I'm definitely adding a wood guide. The guide itself is deeper, and with a screw-in design, it gives more precise adjustability. I'm also adding slotted competition braid, which is much thinner and softer than standard braid, and it makes the car handle a little bit better. The only weight that is allowed to be added to the car is in the form of the slotted tungsten ballast weights that are shaped like the magnets and fit in the magnet pockets of the motor pod. You can see here I fitted one behind the motor. I'll probably also fit one in front of the motor in the second magnet pocket, but I'll wait for track testing to do that. When I build a slotted car, I always use Slotting Plus brand of screws to attach the motor pod to the chassis. The Slotting Plus screws use a machine thread as opposed to a tapping thread on the stock slotted screws. This allows for more precise adjustability when you're tuning the motor pod. Once the car is assembled, I'll remove the plug in the wiring harness and wire straight from the motor to the guide. The last thing I'll do in this build is securely attach the motor to the motor pod with screws. The Slotit Porsche 956 is now ready for testing. We'll see how we stack up against the best of Southern California at the Electric Dreams race on December 11th. Thanks for watching. This is Jim Rose with NorCal Slot Car Scene.